am Bianca Harris, the Program Director for Master of Arts degree in Criminal Justice. I'm coming to this particular position with over 25 years of experience in corrections, and I also have an undergraduate degree in the administration of criminal justice from UNC Chapel Hill and a graduate degree in criminal justice from Boston University. So I think I'm bringing some experience, and I'm also bringing some educational qualifications to the position. Most of my career, all of my career, has been in the Department of Public Safety. I began my career as a correctional officer. I've held every uniform position that the department has. So I've gone from correctional officer, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, up through deputy warden and warden. My experience at the facility level has all been with the female offender. So I was at the women's prison for all of my career within the facility. The last 5 years of my career, I was the district manager for substance abuse programs within the Central and Eastern North Carolina prisons. So I managed the clinical staff as well as the administrative staff of substance abuse programs for the Department of Public Safety. Well, I have found over my experience that although education is absolutely fundamental to things that we need to do in law enforcement and corrections and in criminal justice, there's just a need to have the voice of the practitioner be profound in anything that we do as we learn. So one of the things I wanted to make sure as we go and learn about the fundamentals of all aspects of criminal justice, that we also had the input of people who are actually doing the various jobs in criminal justice. So this curriculum is dedicated, is committed to making sure the practitioner walks hand in hand with us as we administer this program. So they will help us help us as instructors. They will help us as speakers. They will help us as we develop this particular program. And it is always going to evolve because, as we have seen, criminal justice is an ever-changing situation in the world. Also, this program will include a focus on writing, that many people in law enforcement and both managers and officers themselves have expressed a real need to have people know how to write. The various ways to write, especially in law enforcement, are so varied, and they're very important. So we decided to dedicate a significant part of our program to that. As I researched other graduate programs and other programs, undergrad programs, there's really very, very little out there that focuses on the various ways law enforcement staff have to write. What do I mean? Being able to observe an incident and then actually write exactly what you saw, that's something that needs to be learned. It has to be taught. There's very few people that come to the table and able to do that. So we wanted to make sure that in our way, supporting criminal justice in general, we understand the importance of writing, the importance of teaching staff how to see and actually record what they see. We are going to make sure that this program does not lose the fact that there are special groups within criminal justice that good managers, good leaders, people who are dedicated to the profession really need to focus on, whether that's, again, substance abuse, whether that's gender, understanding that gender makes a difference in the management of incarcerated people, the aging, the issues of hospice that arise in our facilities, trauma. What I would like to really emphasize is that although we can name many things or many topics that we find important, the topics that we will always focus on or always lend a hand will be the substance abuse, the trauma, the gender, and the mentally ill, those issues. But also we're dedicated to, if other things come up, then we'll also give time and focus to that as well. So we're offering an 18-hour certificate. It is designed for you to accomplish it in 1 year, which is half of the time that we estimate you can accomplish the entire master's degree. So that program may give you the opportunity to walk halfway through what would be a completion of a master's program and still get a full dose, or at least a very good dose of criminal justice education. So you can now test the waters and see if pursuing a master's is for you. If it isn't, and you do complete the 18-hour program, you'll receive a certificate for your efforts. For criminal justice, there is a certificate called the CCJP. This is not that. This is basically the CCJP without the clinical aspects of it. So our certificate will focus on the ethics. It will focus on the identification of behavior. It'll focus on the mental health components that is a part of substance abuse. It'll focus on how the opioid epidemic is not only real in the country, but it's also real in criminal justice, in corrections, in local jails. Law enforcement officers have to deal with, on a split second, being able to identify someone who may be suffering from substance abuse or who could be suffering from trauma or mental health illness. That's what this certificate is really going to be about, focusing in on those aspects of substance abuse that's really significant to criminal justice, but it may be just a little underneath what the clinical person may need.